as he actually does go down, and that the mobility of the Sentinel really coming in right there is, wow, regen room being picked up by Weaver, and they will continue this push. But the mobility really proven to be enough to take out that Night Stalker, as not too many heroes are able to do what the Puck and Weaver just did and are about to do, and about to do, as they just did. And they're lucky to have two of them, otherwise that kill really wouldn't have went down. The Sentinel continue to push in as they are really working towards the end of this game. Pipe pop, just going to continue to mow down, Tombstone being laid down, and there's really nothing the Scorch can do about this. They really just need to let it go at this point, wait for Night Stalker to respawn. Sending in those sending in those Revenants to take out that Tombstone really isn't a bad idea. I really feel like they should have been thinking about doing that earlier. I mean, the Sentinel really are making some pretty damn good decisions at this point. There's that second Django, which is dumb, but, you know, you're winning, so I guess it really doesn't matter too much. But I really don't believe they won too much because of great choices. I really feel like they won because of bad choices in the mid-game from the Scourge. The Scourge really needed a great laning phase and a great mid-game. They had an incredible laning phase. You can't ask for a better laning phase than the laning phase the Scourge had. However, the middle section of the game, they really just got out-team-fighted and completely lost their advantage that they had built up to the point where it seemed insurmountable. Apparently not, though, as the Tombstone is now popped. Like I said, I really believe they should be sending those Revenants in to power down that Tombstone, as they continue to just, you know, I'm not even sure if Revenants can take down the Tombstone. I guess it's just my lack of knowledge. I guess I will have to look that up and or wait for next time, as we see a GG call coming out from the Scourge, and we will see, good games all around, and really interesting game. The advantage that the Scourge had was so massive earlier in the game. I really can't believe that the Sentinel were able to come back. I really believe the Scourge lost the game because they needed to gank more. I really believe they tried to push too often. They had gotten a good level advantage and a good gold advantage and just got over aggressive with themselves. They were having their first 4 to 5 team fights all under enemy towers, and even though at the early laning phase, before the Lich hit 6, before the Puck hit 10, before the Dirge hit 6, you were able to do that, it was because they weren't those levels. I believe they should have kept the pressure up, but not pushed. Really just attempted to restrict farm. Also, I really believe that they had opportunities to gank where they really didn't take them. They had the Weaver sitting in a lane by himself with 4 other heroes, and you either could have picked the Weaver to go after, or you could have engaged 5v4 against those 4 heroes. 5v4 with the gold and level advantage that they have was an obvious win for them. I'm not really sure why they let the Sentinel farm. As for the Sentinel, I really feel like they had good item choices outside of those 2 Djangos, which was obviously just miscommunication. They completely messed that one up there. But besides that, the pipe was a great item. The Windrunner getting up an early mechanism was huge. It was the reason why they were able to hold on in those early team fights and were able to keep their heroes alive long enough to get those skills off, to let that minus armor kick in, to let that Tombstone continue to do damage. It was huge that that Windrunner was able to get farm, seeing as how the other 4 heroes just got completely massacred in bottom lane. That Windrunner really was the glue that held them together. Also, we see that they made a pretty good choice to engage in team fights. They stuck together for the most part and really pushed down towers as a team, forced the Scourge to try to fight them as a team. Once they got the levels and that mech up, did it become effective? But it was definitely the right choice once those happened. Another huge thing about why I feel the Scourge lost was somewhat not outpicked, because I really feel like that they did do what they wanted to do fairly well and really got that advantage that they wanted with the Visage really helping dominate a tri-lane as Visage does. However, we see why the melee carry strategy isn't very popular. Frost Armor was just completely detrimental to them. It was so sad for them, as Frost Armor is such a good counter to melee carries. As the only thing I would pick on in terms of the Sentinel not buying is, instead of a Django on that puck, which obviously was incorrect item choice, as the Lich was also going for a Django, was a Force Staff. I really feel like a Force Staff would have helped them out even more in terms of stopping melee carries. No Ethereal Blades picked up, but that's because they really didn't need to eventually. It got to the point where they were able to survive just on their sheer Hood of Defiance levels and strong teamfight ability. They were really able to bring them down before they were able, with their strong AoE and teamfight ability, they were really able to bring them down before they did enough damage to any 2 or 3 heroes. And yeah, that is a game, Intel versus FB from the Argh League 15. Hope you guys enjoy it. For more commentaries from me, check out my YouTube channel, Chales Dota. And thanks guys, take it easy.